Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Board YouTube channel. This is the Pick and Roll live stream where we go through the entire NBA slate. We hear the free picks from my co-host PipsNBA, and we end out the show by answering the questions from the chat, including reacting to your picks of the day. So make sure you get involved with the chat. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoy entertaining the picks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for shows 5 times a week, weekday mornings, 9:45 a.m. Eastern time. And let's get into it. We always start by recapping the previous show's bets. It's always great when we're recapping a winning day as well. We'd be recapping a lot of winning days lately. In fact, 3, I think, winning days this week so far, 1 split day. And to this one, we were 2-1. We had a winner on DeMar DeRozan, got there in the end. We had a winner on Claxton, sweat-free. Doncic spent all his time getting points, 45 points, but we needed over 7.5 assists. He only gets 3, so the matchup, I guess it wasn't the matchup we were looking for there. But it was a winning day, and we're going quickly here because we're going to get started out the gate with a free pick here. Pips, we'll go to the Denver game first of all here. What are you looking at as the Nuggets host the Lakers?
Yeah, so I'm looking at Nikola Jokic unders, and it's on points, under 27.5 points under on Nikola Jokic. Just out of the gate, I think there is a huge chance Luka sits tonight, and we already have the news that we already know LeBron is out, so this will be like very difficult game for the Lakers. They are on back-to-back, and it's a 14.5 point spread. I don't see Jokic. I think there is a strong chance Jokic doesn't see any minutes in the fourth. So I'll just adjust this when Jokic is playing between 30 to like 38 minutes.
Share your screen with us. Share your screen with us.
Oh yeah. So sorry guys. Yeah. I'll zoom it in a bit. So when Jokic is playing 30 to 38 minutes this season, I will go to the last game. First off, 2 games against the last game against the Lakers, they held him to 21% usage, even though Denver lost that game and Jokic played big 35 minutes. So they held him to 21% usage when he has usage under 26% this season. He's under this line in like 12 out of the 16 12 out of the 16 game, averaging 23.9 points, but there is a chance like that he doesn't see even like 4 quarter minutes. Then he's under in all 8 games and averaging 19 points when he's playing like between 30 and 35 minutes, but he doesn't close the game because of a blowout. So yeah, I just think like huge blowout chance, and they will double him a lot. So we've seen last time they played, they held him to 12 points. I don't think that's realistic this time. He shot 2 from 7, and LeBron was kind of navigating the doubles. Now he's not out there, but then now it's a bigger blowout chance. So if they are up like more than 20 in the fourth, Jokic is not returning, and I think that's realistic without LeBron and without LeBron and Luka. Luka could play, but he played big minutes last night, so I think he could sit this one out. Then it's like a roster of Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves, Jordan Goodwin, Dalton Knecht, Vanderbilt, Koloko, Shake Milton against pretty much healthy Denver away. Yeah, tough to see.
It's a big spread for a reason here.
Yeah, and so we are starting with that one. Our first official bet.
It's a 14-point spread for this one. So we got Jokic under 27.5 points, widely available at -125, but there are better prices out there if you are able to access them. For show tracking, though, we'll play at -125. But fast start keeps on going here. We're going to fire away with the second official bet of the day. We are going to go to the Atlanta Hawks game against the Los Angeles Clippers. Pips, what is it in this game you're looking at?
So we are going to Onyeka Okongwu under 24.5 points and rebounds. This actually moved at one spot, so I don't know how much is it widely available. I can see still on the 2 widely available spots at -120, -125. Don't know if that's enough now for the show. As one other spot had 24.5, like 5 minutes ago. So
Wait. Let me see. Let me see where this is at in the market. So one spot just pulled it. I'm gonna check another one here. The one spot that had it pulled it completely. So I imagine it'll come back at 23.
yeah, probably.
Another spot. Yeah, minus 120. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Uh, this one is a bit different than the rest of our bets because like we don't bet a lot of Anderson points and rebounds, but looking at the season, Neka Kongu when he gets 26 up to 34 minutes, maybe we can do maybe even 28. Doesn't change much. 28 to 34 minutes because that's where I can see him being tonight without Jalen Johnson, which is I think most important one because of the rebounds. Without Jalen Johnson, 28 34 minutes, he is 50-50 split, under in 9, over in 9. But some of these matchups were very good for him. When we exclude the games where he's playing like good pick and roll defense, pick and roll rollman defense, he's under in 6 out of 8 games, averaging 19.9. When we exclude like the worst rim defense, then he's under in 6 out of the 7. And also one of these unders came in a matchup, great matchup for rebounds. But overall, I would say under in 6 out of 7, averaging 18.9 points and rebounds. Those are matchups like Hornets, Miami Heat, Orlando Magic, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Houston Rockets, which is pretty much similar. I will say Orlando, Houston, and Cleveland are pretty much similar matchup as the one against the Clippers. Uh, then we can look at the game against the Clippers. He played 24 minutes in a blowout loss and ended up with 12 points and rebounds. So he was getting like 0.5 points and rebounds per minute. If he gets 30, that will be 15, which is way below this line. So yeah, looking at the matchup, he scores most of his points as a pick and roll man and putbacks. Clippers, the third best, defending both of his dominant play types. He scores 85% of the points in the paint, and Clippers allow fifth least points in the paint. Mostly Zubats in the drop coverage, not giving him anything, protecting the rim. One of the strong defensive player of the year candidates. Yeah, and overall slower pace for the LA Clippers, and they are fourth best defense overall. Yeah, tough one for Okongwu. And even though the spread is 4.5, I could see this being a blowout. Like Hawks are playing well, uh, for sure, but when Kawhi is healthy and Zubats and Harden, yeah, I could see this being like not a huge chance, but blowout could definitely help in this one. So yeah.
So this one moving quickly. What are some like backup options for this one that you would consider as well? Like, would you play 23.5 minus 112? Would you play maybe a PRA instead at 26.5 minus 120? What would be a backup to this one if it moves away from the 24.5?
Mm, yeah. Uh, let me just check. 14.5 points under minus 130, minus 125, couple of out there. I will say I will look into 14.5 points under.
Okay.
Because assists are actually decent matchup. He always had like 2 or 3 assists. But recently the bigs are doing well on assist against the Clippers, and also last time he had 2 assists on limited minutes. So assists are not something I look on the under for Onyeka Okongwu.
Okay. So if 24.5 is gone, then the under 14.5 points at minus 125 or minus 130, which I can currently
Yeah.
see, those are good backup options on this one. This one
Yep.
here, this one definitely moved faster than we would like for the show, but good backup options available there for Okongwu unders. So before we go further, we'll shout out our presenting sponsor here, the FanDuel Sportsbook. And it's Friday, which is a big day. On FanDuel Fridays, they have the 30 on 30 profit boost token. The NBA season is officially heating up. As we watch our favorite teams and players, check out FanDuel to make every NBA moment even more rewarding with America's #1 sportsbook. It's an easy-to-use sportsbook with a wealth of different markets available from SGPs, 10 plus, 15 plus, all the way up to 40, 45, 50 plus points, quarter props, lots of live betting options. These markets are posted quickly with fair pricing and fair limits. Also, if you do find those winners, you can get that money back into your account quickly with speedy withdrawals. And it's Friday, like I said, so they have that great 30 on 30 profit boost token. Get 30% increased winnings on your favorite 30 plus score and 30 on 30 special bets. Just visit fanduel.com/board to make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA, but must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bet to expire 7 days after receipt. After 3 months free trial, the full price of League Pass will be automatically charged monthly. Cancel anytime. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Limit 1 pass per customer. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. All right, we'll go back to the top of the screen now to keep ourselves going through the show. We'll start off with the Indiana Pacers game away at the 76ers. The 76ers have done a great job with their tanking as of late, and I suspect that will continue here with the -12 spread.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't like spend any time on this one.
Just lineups, not sure about that.
Yeah, I just don't like huge slate. Can go through everything. Yeah.
All right.
Focus on more
Focus
important
on the good
stuff.
games. All right.
Yeah.
Perhaps better. We have the Celtics favored by 8 in Miami. Anything better on this one?
Everyone is questionable on the Celtics side, so I'm guessing game will be like who is playing, who isn't. They will rest probably like 2 out of their main 5 players, and who is getting a rest is a like just guessing game. So I can't do much about it.
All right.
We I mean, last couple of days we had almost every day someone ruled out that we bet. Like it was like a normal thing. So it's just that part of the season when things happen, and I don't want to take any guesses.
Yep. No problem there. We'll go to the next game, the Hornets against the Spurs. Speaking of tanking, De'Aaron Fox is going to be out for the remainder of the season, so the Spurs certainly going to be falling in the standings. I mean, I would think certainly going to be falling in the standings. But another team that's tanking is the Charlotte Hornets, and they've dealt with their own share of injuries. And you know what? The Hornets are only 2 games ahead of the bottom-seeded Washington Wizards in the East. So kind of a big game for both teams here. A bit of a game of shame sorts where both teams are going to look to lose. Anything you like in this one?
I mean, the probably thing for the Spurs is playing heavy minutes to Stephen Castle for the rest of the game season, which makes sense. I don't know why they are still playing Chris Paul. That makes zero sense. But yeah, I also like lean into Castle and try to play some minutes for Sohan, get him into the rotation and give him minutes. Other than that, I think can't do much for this game. Looking at Lamelo Ball, yeah, ugly.
I
But
think
threes, it's threes.
this
Yeah,
is earlier, right? Like that it normally is for the tanking. Like
yeah.
this is usually the tanking stuff isn't as bad as it is this early this season. Like I know we're almost at the end, but still feels that way to me.
Yeah, it's this one for Lamelo is weird. he's kind of with how the season went. He kind of goes going down with threes. Like early hot start to the season. Then if you take a look at last 17 games, he's under this line in like still covering 50-50, but averaging only 3.2 threes made. Uh, Efficiency came in 3 from 11, 2 from 12, 3 from 10. Yeah. So even though the matchup is great, like I don't think I need to bet this. Mark Williams. Then I killed the app. Sorry. Just a second. I don't know if this is still on the screen. Nope.
You're good.
Yeah. So Mark Williams. This could be a great matchup for his scoring, but lately he was a ghost on the court. Last time they played, he didn't play. So yeah, moving on to the next game. So for now, we'll see.
For now. All right. Perhaps we come back, but for now, next up is Dallas away at Houston. Dallas, right on the edge of the standings here. 10th seed in the West. The Suns not quite nipping on their heels, but Dallas have a bit of a fight to get into the play-in tournament if they want to get there. That is, but this is going to be a tough game for the Rockets. Also vying for some wins. They are in 5th place, but only 1 game out of 2nd. What do you see here?
Yeah. Well, easy win for Houston, of course. Like Dallas can't do much in this one.
Should be, yeah.
Yeah, this should be an easy win for the Rockets. But yeah, looking at maybe makes sense to look at Dylan Brooks in this one, and lately he's been firing up shots. So only thing concerning for me in this one is blowout. But look at this. This is absolutely amazing. Won't bet on fucking Dylan Brooks because I can't rely on him to like don't be like 4 from 16 like against the yeah. He had back-to-back games 4 from 13, 4 from 16. Covered this with 7 from 21. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with him, but he is firing the shots up like crazy. Against Dallas, he scored uh, 9, 19, and 17. Could be a good lean for this game on just Dylan Brooks, but I'm afraid this should and could be a blowout.
All right. So a lean on Dylan Brooks, nothing concrete because Gibbs doesn't trust his shooting. So we can move on to our next game here. Big slate today. Cavaliers away from home, likely resting some players. I think Donovan Mitchell is confirmed out for this one, and thus the Cavaliers are favored by 2 points in Memphis. I believe, I'm still checking, Donovan Mitchell is ruled out for this one.
Yep.
Yeah, no Donovan Mitchell here. Otherwise, DeAndre Hunter is probable. It's crazy. The Cavs lose their best player and are still favored away from home against the 2 seed in the West. But
yeah.
kind of makes sense, though. Granted, Memphis isn't completely healthy either.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Jackson should be back. So.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
this
they're
one
close
is
to healthy then. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking between Ty Jerome and Max Strus for this one, but both are kind of going away from us. Like these lines are like crazy. I don't know if there is anything we can do now at this point with these lines, because if you look at the games without Mitchell, he kind of averaging 22 and a half points and assists, 31, 18. Then if you look at the games without Garland, he is over in all 4 games, averaging 27 points and assists. Had 30 points and assists against the Memphis just a couple of like 3 weeks ago. Scored 26 points in that game. He averaging 23.8 points without Garland in 4 games. Yeah, and yeah.
So you want to bet this?
No, because it's not available for most of the like everyone was on this, so every single line is like there are my 13 and a halves and 14 and a halves. On points and
Well,
it's
those
lower.
aren't those aren't there. Wait, for points or for points and assists? For points, there's 14 and a halves.
Yeah, that's the adjusted line, like
Yeah.
13 and a
Okay.
half all over the
So
board.
you
Like,
wanted 13
like
and a half there. Okay.
yeah, but can't do it because it's not
Yeah,
available.
that's
On
that's gone.
points and rebounds was 20 and a half. Now it's 21 and a half and minus 135, minus 140, minus 150. So like almost unable to post it because not a single line is or price is widely available. Only 14 and a half, which is uh, lost value for me, honestly. Then
Um, yeah.
looking at the Strauss one, uh, let me just see. Last time he played, yeah, trying to find a way to look at this one. When he gets 22 plus minutes, he's and without Levert, since Levert went out, he's kind of yeah, could be good, but this is actually interesting. Like 7.5 rebounds and assists, but also heavily juice minus 140. It's all over the place. Points, rebounds, and assists at 18 and a half could be a way to look. I just need to see like how many minutes is he going to play. Yeah, this one is still a lean. So yeah, I want like we have two bets already, and no need to force anything here. But just thinking this could be a good spot. I just don't see don't know the minutes for this one. They now have Hunter. Last time against the Memphis, Garland was out. Now Mitchell is out. Without Garland, he did play 31 minutes. If he's getting 30 minutes, then this should be like amazing spot, like because he crushing this line and the matchup is actually really, really good. Above the break threes, spot up transition, off screen, free throws, pick and roll ball handler, everything looks good. So yeah, let me just see. The rotation for the Cleveland Cavaliers without Mitchell is Garland. That yeah, think Strus and Hunter are starting, or maybe like Strus and Isaac Okoro. Dean Wade, Merrill, Okoro. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure out how many minutes could he play. Last game, no. Hunter, Mitchell, and Jerome, he got 31 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I will stay away. Like if he getting 24, then it's not a great. If he getting 30, that's a great bet. So it's a yeah.
All right. So a couple leans there for Ty Jerome, Max Strus, but the lines have been adjusted already. So don't want to play those. Next game is we've got the Orlando Magic and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves favored by 10 here. Quite a big spread, considering the initial thought on the Magic this season, but it's just been a disaster since the early good days. They're 31 and 36 and expected to lose this one.
Yeah, finally healthy Wolves. So that's the main thing for this game.
And they're still fighting for position as well. They can still conceivably move into the 6th seed. It's actually not impossible for them to go on a run and be the 2 seed, but quite a bit of maneuvering to do there. But they're one game back of or half a game back, excuse me, of the 6th seeded Warriors. Anything you're looking at in this game?
No, can't do much because yeah, can't do much for this one.
Okay, next up, let's see what you can do for this one. The Raptors away at the Jazz. Another all-time game of shame tank battle here. The Raptors +2. Barnes is questionable. RJ Barrett is officially not going to be on the injury report. Well, as of right now. Emmanuel Quickly also not on the injury report. Some dark arts could be in order from both teams to take players out. But the situation in Toronto was so bad. They had a G League player, Jared Rhoden, who's playing well. They had to send him down to the G League because he was winning them games. That's where the Toronto Raptors are currently at with their season. So somebody's going to have to win, and the Jazz are favored to do so, -2 here. What are you looking at, if anything?
I'm not looking at anything because gamble on everything. Gamble of the minutes. Like who is going to close fourth? Like we are not sure for Utah. We are not sure for the Raptors. I can find the best spot in the world, and then the guy is not playing, or the guy is playing if he on under. So yeah, this is yeah.
I was one click away from playing the Raptors +2.5 here, but the last second I said if Barnes is out, you're going to get a better number. But if Barrett and Quickly are playing, and the Raptors are underdogs, I'll play it. But I'm not sure about Barnes' availability for this one, as of the books. So who knows? Yeah. Raptors are winning games with players they aren't even invested in. Yeah, it's AJ Lawson, Jared Rhoden winning them games right now. That's the current state of the team. The tank wars, man. It's a tough one here. All right, we'll go to the last game then. We have the Sacramento Kings away +3 against the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are the team that can catch the Mavericks. It'd be pretty embarrassing if they don't, to be honest, considering the state of both teams. So this is an important game here, but they're favored by 3 against Sacramento. What do you think on this one?
Suns should win this one. Yeah, that's it.
Will they though? They should win a lot of games.
Yeah, Kings are blown out last night against the Golden State Warriors. If Sabonis is not back, they could be blown out again. I think he's massive for them. Monk kind of playing like shit lately. No one else is stepping up. Defense horrible. So yeah. For the betting wise, we are going to Devin Booker. He's been killing this line lately. So if you take a look at the 30 plus minutes, like for Devin Booker, with KD, with Bradley Beal, which is important, he's over this line in 10 out of 15 games, averaging 7.1. When we look at the teams who allow assists to his position, he is then over this line in 13 out of the last 15. Looking at the games since January 1st, he's over in 13 out of 15, averaging 8.2, and that's with both KD and Bill playing. So this looks like a great spot for over on assists. So this official play, like we are betting over Devin Booker over 6.5 assists. I think -150 is widely available, but there is one -110 as well. So this is our third official bet today.
Yeah, -115.
Just so there is no confusion, because like I had so many confused people in the chat on my leans. Like I'm doing the research on the spot. Like I need to, if some, it's actually like I have like 5 bets ready, and throughout the show I lose 3 lines, and then I need to decide on the spot. So I prepare some stuff. Like I prepare like a short list of players I will go through on the show, and then decide on the spot. Usually I will have like at least one that I'm for sure sharing early onto the show. But yeah, if I don't look for the lines 10 minutes, and then I go back to that player and I see crazy movement, sometimes I need to give up and move away. So yeah.
Also, any official play is posted by the board in chat. So if the board posts the bet with a check mark, that's an official play.
Yeah, and
this is -110 as well, by the way. You should be able to get that if you're watching, but -115. If you don't get -115, you don't have enough outs, I don't think.
Yeah. So looking at this, as I said already, killed this in 13 out of last 15 with Durant, Beal, and against teams who allow assists to his position. The Kings allow above average assist, and they allow above average assist to his position. His most assist zone is above the break 3. That's where Kings ranked as 27th, so 4th most. It's one of the second. He has assists 24% to the corners, also where the Kings allow a ton of assists. He kind of, for a guard, assists a very low number of points at the rim, 24%, which is not something you usually see. and that's where the Kings are the best. So this is actually a great matchup for him. If we take a look at the similar players, we had like everyone covering besides Booker once. First game of the season, he had 12. Second game of the season, he had 5. But that was some crazy blowout, and he had a ton of potential assists that didn't convert. But we have Shea 11, Maxi 7, Lillard 7, Brunson 11, Maxi again 8, and Shea 9. So these players were over their lines by like at least 2 assists. Also, when you look at the by position, even like players like McBride hit 7, Buddy Hill hit 5, Harden hit 11, Jamal Murray with 8. Okay, overall, like guards are covering this by 30% on average, 32 and 31% on average. Zones are looking great. Kings allow a ton of assists. He's covering this lately, and as I said, when he played against the Kings, he had 12 in the first one, 5 in the second one, but on 16 potential assists. So like 60 potential assists, like he's covering this line in like 80% of the games when he gets 16 potential assists. Even when you look at the last season against the Kings, he had 7, 7, 11, 9, and 6, also on 16 potential assists. So last season he averaged 15.4 potential assists against the Kings. This season he averaged 20 potential assists against the Kings. If you take a look the entire season, Booker, so he averaged 20 and 16. When he gets like 12 or more potential assists, he's over this time in 24 out of 31. When he gets 14 to 20 potential assists, he's over this line in 14 out of 17, and he almost had that in every game against the Kings over the last 2 seasons. They just love to send 2 on the ball against Devin Booker, and then he's finding the shooters.
Okay, Devin Booker over 6.5 assists to round off the free picks for the day. Minus 115 or minus 110 for this one. We're tracking ours at minus 115. All right, time to go to the chat for your picks and your questions. We have Turk Blast starting us off with Reza Shea over 14.5 PRA at minus 115. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a low line. So 14.5 is off the market. So yeah.
I am on his points, so I would think PRA would also be okay for this one. Next up, Jelko asked about Klay Thompson. It looks like under 17.5 points at minus 111.
Yeah, I think that's also looking at the market. Good bet should be a good bet, and the matchup is difficult, and there is a chance for a blowout. So yes.
Yep. Next one, Zach LaVine over 20.5 points, minus 115.
Yeah, he has a weird usage lately. The matchup is absolutely amazing because the defense for the Kings is horrible. But last game against the Golden State Warriors, he took 6 field goals in 32 minutes. Then only 10 against the Knicks. So I don't know why usage is so down. 15 and 18% usage lately. So confusing. He's not covering this when he gets under 23%. But yeah, the matchup is absolutely amazing. So I lean over, but I can't say much because such a weird usage lately.
Okay. Next one up is Jalen Green under 27.5 points plus rebounds at minus 125.
Yeah, this is a difficult matchup, and there is a blowout chance, so makes sense.
Okay. And that's it for player prop questions. AJ Walker wants to know how long it usually takes you to find a bet using Props Madness. Is it minutes? Is it hours of research? What does the process look like?
Yeah. So I will quickly find a couple of bets, but then I will spend a lot more time to find some additional bets. Like from my top of my remembered most of the defensive stuff from players, so I know where to look at. Like as I said, like if I'm looking at a matchup for like Kings and Suns, if there is a good spot up option at the Suns, I will first go there because I know Kings allow a ton of spot up. If, for example, against the Hawks and Clippers, I will go first there and check the lines for Okongwu because I know the Clippers have the great pick and roll man defense, great defense against putbacks, great defense inside the paint. So I'll just go straight away to check uh, what are the lines for Congo and do I like it. That's the my like how do I start the research? That's the way I know how some team defense, and then I go to check the lines for opposing teams. So I have like an idea where to go first. Then I take those off because those are mostly moving the first, and then I just go game by game and look for the other spot that I don't know like straight from the head. But it takes some time. But after you use it for like a couple of weeks, I think you get used to. You kind of remember. You maybe don't even like are aware of that you know every single team weaknesses and strengths, but it's kind of up there, so you know where to look. But yeah, you need to put time in for like a couple of weeks, and then it comes naturally.
Sorry, I realized there's a bunch at the start of the show that I missed. So going back to those ones, we have Quentin Grimes over 29.5 PRA at minus 114.
I mean, this is one of the games I skipped and skipped it for a reason. The minutes are just all over the place. Like he was benched in a close game, played 27, then played 39, and then played 31.
Yeah, you
He
need
kind
him.
of
You need him to get blown out so he plays.
I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. So that's why I didn't share anything. But look at them in the March, when he gets 26 or more minutes, averaging 35.6 over in 5 out of the 7, didn't cover only in the hell of a difficult matchup against the Boston. Everything else, he kind of cruised. Usage is absolutely insane. Last two games, he is 33% and 41% against the Raptors, which makes sense. There is no one else who can score. I would lean over if I think he gets 30 plus minutes, but we don't know. And with them shutting everyone, like why should they play Quentin Grimes so many minutes? Because he will win them games.
Yeah.
Makes zero sense. So.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next up we have. Sorry, I lost the one I was looking to pull up here. DeMar, going back to DeMar over 21.5 points, which we had yesterday, minus 120, or potentially over 30.5 PRA.
I'm okay with it. Earlier this season, they kind of let him score. Suns are just letting him isolate and score mid ranges. Then in the second games, he kind of sent some doubles. I honestly have no idea if they don't send doubles. This is an easiest over of the season. If they do send doubles, then he could maybe be passing out of it. I honestly like when I have like dubs, like when I have 50-50 on the coverage, I can bet the guy over.
Fair enough.
Also, he's very well known to like on back to back to sometimes take a back seat. So yeah.
Next question: Bradley Beal over 17.5 points at minus 106.
Good price. Matchup is great. The minutes should be high. I like this as an over. Like looking into data lately, he's been playing out of his mind somehow, like shooting wise, efficiency wise. Because if you take a look at the last couple of games for Beal, since February, he's over this in 9 out of 10, averaging 22.1. KD and Booker played in almost every game. 25 against Houston Rockets is unbelievable scoring performance for him in a tough matchup. Gone over against the Wolves, difficult matchup. Against the Thunder, difficult matchup. But look at this. It's 9 out of 14. It's 8 out of 15. It's almost like 12 out of 15, 7 out of 11. Like that's unsustainable efficiency. When you look at the field goal average, he averaged 58%, 57% field goal percentage over this period, and on the season he's at 48. So kind of unsustainable efficiency, but it does look good. He kind of turned up lately. Even the usage, I think the usage is also up. Let me just check quickly. Usage went from 22% on the season to 23.5 over the last 10, even though the matchups weren't great. So usage up, minutes up, efficiency up, great for, the lean over.
Okay. Lean towards the over for Bradley Beal. 3 more player prop questions, and then 1 extra question. How about Stephon Castle over 24.5 points plus assists?
Yeah, I mention this. No number to check because there are no like sample size without MB and Fox. But I think the Spurs need to heavily lean into Stefan Castle moving forward and trying to develop something out of him. And matchup is okay, not great, not terrible. Lean over because I just think they are going to give him everything.
Yeah, he is minus 950 now to win Rookie of the Year, and his usage is only going up for the rest of the season. How about Jason Tatum under 28.5 points at minus 117?
Yeah, kind of talk about that one. If Brown and Porzingis are out, then you don't want Tatum under. He could also be out, so
I think
I
this
don't
could
know.
only get worse, this price.
Yeah, either he's out or
Somebody else.
Brown, someone else is, and then you get the poor number. So yeah, I think this is the one of the biggest stay away from spots.
Last one, Zach Edey under 8.5 points at minus 105.
Good price on an under at 8.5 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. should be back. Difficult matchup inside against Jared Allen and Mobley. I do think we could see more minutes for him than usual against the double big lineup. So that's why I'm staying away because but overall, lean under, sure.
Okay, last question, not a player prop one, but good friend Trillionaire wants to know what website you use to look at rotations and minutes projections.
For the rotation, it's very simple. I'll just show on the screen. A second, I need to open up and share then. The second, share the screen, NBA rotation. It's simple. So it's like this. For example, I'll go to the Hawks last game just to show like Mohamed Gay minutes because he said like he'll play more than this. But if you take a look, this is first quarter he got like 6 minutes, then didn't play in the second quarter. Third quarter get 6 minutes and additional 4 minutes in the fourth quarter, so total of 16 minutes. And if you look at that game, you can see every player rotation when they are playing, how much they are playing. Uh, yeah. So I use this to check up the rotation numbers. But for minute projection, it's different. I use multiple sources, but mostly I use like what I think they are going to do. And it takes like some experience to know that, but like looking at this, like for example, projecting Trae Young minutes is not that difficult. He played 22 minutes in the second half and played like 18 minutes in the first half. So like this is like 36 to 40 minutes for Trae Young, for example. Similar to Dyson Daniels, 16 minutes first half, 16 minutes second half. So he'll play like 32. So the range is between 30 and like 34. So it's not that difficult. Yeah.
Okay. Some good information there. We've shown that before, but just always new people coming in, so good to share once again. But that will do it for the show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Friday, everybody. You have 3 picks on the board. Try and make it another winning day this week, closing out the season in style. If you're tailing the picks and you enjoyed the show, make sure you do hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subbed here because we're live 5 times a week, every weekday morning at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time until the end of the season. Here we have the official picks recap of the day. So we started off with Nikola Jokic under 27.5 points at -125. Second play, we took Onyeka Okongwu under 24.5 points with rebounds -120. That one was moving. So another option as well to play is under 14.5 points, which was -125 or -130 at the time as well. So a backup option there for that pick. Then the third play is Devin Booker over 6.5 assists at -115. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Very much appreciate all support this week and all support through the season. Again, let's end the season in style here on the Board YouTube channel presented by FanDuel.